evening, everyone. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Tete at Suvees in collaboration with Kidspreneur. And we have an amazing guest with us today. But before we start, I'd like to greet our guest in a particular fashion. Namaskar, Ashwin. Kashi hai tu?
मी ठीक आहे. तुम्ही कसं आहेत?
एकदम बरे. So we have got our guest today. Let's welcome Ashwin Walankikar, all the way from Singapore. And he is the founder and CEO of CYCLO. So welcome, Ashwin. So good to have
मॅम
you. Yeah, and with Ashwin, we also have Mona Lakshmi, who's the CEO and founder of Kidspreneur. So, Ashwin, without much ado, we'd like to start our tete-a-tete. So, are you ready, Ashwin? All
येस मॅम.
set to have a
ॲब्सोल्युटली.
conversation with me? And
ॲब्सोल्युटली मॅम.
Mona, are we ready too?
Yes.
Yes. So, to let our viewers know what Ashwin is all about, and just a warm welcome to everyone who's joined us this evening to see this wonderful and interesting episode with Ashwin Walankikar, who's the CEO and the founder of CYCLO. So, who is Ashwin, and what does Ashwin do, and what is CYCLO all about? Well, very soon in my tete-a-tete, we will find out all about that. But before that, I'd like to say a few things about them, which I discovered in my conversation with Ashwin. So Ashwin Walankikar is all of only 14 years old. He is the CEO and founder of CYCLO. What is CYCLO? We will let you know. But ever since Ashwin was a little boy, he used to always like to sit on his bike and take a nice ride with his friends, sometimes with his parents. And he used to like to ride his bike at full speed. And he used to love the wind hitting him, right, Ashwin?
येस मॅम.
and I really loved the way he said that, he wanted to do something for the community of cyclists. So I think that's fantastic, Ashwin. And that's how the entire idea of CYCLO came by to Ashwin. And the most beautiful thing which I really liked about what Ashwin says is that I do not want the cyclists to go along looking at thousands of apps, to track their fitness. In my app, they would just do it at a click of a button. I think that is beautiful, Ashwin. So tell us a little about yourself, Ashwin. I know you are just all of 14 years old. You're studying in Singapore. You would be what, in the 7th grade, 8th grade? 8th grade?
मॅम I completed 8th grade, so I'm in 9th now. Yes ma'am.
Okay, you'll go to the 9th grade, and so tell us more about you, Ashwin. What are your hobbies? How is the education system? Is it too much of pressure for you? And with all that, you've started CYCLO. So tell us a little about yourself, dear.
Ma'am, so I've stayed in Singapore for about 9 years now.
Okay.
And I used to study in NPS International. So when
Okay.
I shifted to Singapore, I immediately joined NPS, and I've been studying there for 9 years.
Okay.
So I now have joined Indus in Pune. So I'm going to start my online schooling there.
Okay. And by when you're planning to shift back to Pune?
Ma'am, I don't know. Maybe next month. We never know, because as soon as the flights, start, so we're just going to go to India.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
my hobbies are cricket, tennis, table tennis, and
Oh,
soccer.
lovely.
I
Lovely.
used to actually be part of my NPS international cricket team. So I
Right.
used to play against other schools, competitive and
Right.
everything.
Right. That's fantastic. So you're very, very sporty, it seems.
I play mostly all sports, so I
Oh,
really enjoy it.
yes. And what about music? Do you like music too?
I learned guitar for 3 or 4 years, So now I just want to start drumming because
Right,
in my new school they're going to teach drumming and everything. So I really wanted to learn that.
right. Super, super. So in your new school, they have given you an option of what instrument you can take and
Yes,
everything.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. That's great. So, tell me now, Ashwin. Now that we've spoken a little about you and a little about what you like to do, how this entire ideation of Cyclo, how did you get it? How did you think about it? And when was it that you really started thinking of making an app for the cycling community?
Ma'am, so me and my friends during the lockdown after phase two, so we went cycling. So I thought like how everyone, most of the people go cycling and everything. So they have to look into thousands of apps to just track, or they need to
Right,
buy some expensive bands or something
right,
like that so that they can track. But I wanted to make a app which would actually
right.
help them so that they don't need
Okay.
to spend that much money, and
Huh.
they it can be very user friendly and they can use it with ease.
Right,
So
right.
during the pandemic I got a lot of time to think about it because I'm a cyclist myself, so I
Mhm.
enjoyed that. And I
Right.
really thought about it. I thought about how I can create this, how I can influence the community, how I can help them, because it has given me so much. I want to give something back.
Okay, that's great. Super, super, Ashwin. So tell me this entire thing that you started thinking about, of course, that you want to give back to the cycling community because you yourself personally have enjoyed cycling so much. So was it when you joined Kidspreneur that the entire ideation took place, or and the planning of the entire app, working on the app took place, or was it before?
Ma'am, so it was, I never really thought about it until I joined Kidspreneur. So they taught me how I can use one thing which can influence, which you like, which can influence the community. So I thought of cycling. So they
Right,
helped me plan everything. They helped me to plan all the features,
right,
everything. And
right.
so I started to think more and more about the app until I actually focused on it completely, and so I'm going to create it now.
That's great. So it really looks like that, Ashwin, you have really made use of the time during the lockdown. It's
Yes,
really
ma'am.
great for that. Yeah, you've really used it well, because you've actually joined Kidspreneur, and you want to make this entire app, and you want to help the cycling community. That's really really great. So as we said that, yes, uh, it's a it's mainly for the health purpose, right, the app,
Yes,
but does
ma'am.
it also build the community of cyclists,
Yes,
with the
ma'am.
okay, so can you
So
explain us more about it, please?
okay, ma'am. So I thought that it can influence the community as it brought people together. So
Hmm.
my app, it builds communication between people around them, cyclists around them. So there will
Hmm.
be a tracker where people can see cyclists around them, around their neighborhood or around their society, so they
Right,
can meet up, they can become friends, and they can cycle together, so that will help build up community,
right, right.
help the community.
So what you are going to do in your app is you're going to do it region wise, area wise,
Yes,
so that
ma'am.
people can get connected easily,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Yeah,
Otherwise, if
that
it's like all around the world, then it'd be very difficult. So i
yeah.
thought of I thought of starting with the area, then spreading it out more and more.
Right. That would be great, because there are so many uh, cyclothons, that are taking place, and I think your app would be coming in at a very nice time and at a very right time.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
it can play an important role also because it can uh, uh, be a part of this entire cyclothon. Your app can help get people more cyclists together. So I think that will be really really good,
Yes,
Ashwin.
ma'am.
Okay, tell me something. What is I mean, as you said, that there are so many apps which are there around, and thousands of apps are there today available when you go online to search, on any subject. There are so many apps available. So, what is that special thing about Cyclo? What is the USP about Cyclo? Can you tell
Ma'am, so there are two important features in my app.
me?
So because of the one is because of the pandemic, many cyclists cannot communicate with each other easily.
Right.
So because it's really hard because of coronavirus and everything, so I have a messaging platform where they can not only talk to them, but they can also personally call them. They
Okay.
can personally call them. And the second feature is they can share photos and start live videos so that they can show the world that they are going this places, they're still going cycling even though there is a pandemic, they're staying fit, and this can actually encourage more people to go cycling.
Yes. Yes. That's great. So I'm going to share a little bit with you. Uh, it was, I think, in December that we had Stefan from Germany down. I'm not very sure of the month. Okay, and he is a paraplegic, and he happened to. He was absolutely a normal child when he was born. Okay, till he was, I think, 2022. He was absolutely fine. Uh, one fine day, he met into an accident, and that accident made him paraplegic. But he did not give up. And today, Stefan, who is from Germany, he does a cyclothon being a paraplegic. And they have customized bikes made for them, for him, specifically. So if you see his bike, it's actually, you feel that he's sleeping, literally, like absolutely flat. But at the same time, he's got pedals, and you will not believe it. He cycled all the way from Kolhapur to Mumbai. So there are so many things that Ashwin, your app Cyclo can do for so many communities come together. Means different kind of cyclists who can come together,
Yes, ma'am.
through Cyclo. So I think it's fantastic. So I just wanted to share this with you about him.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
a whole lot of people had got together, the Ratna Didi Trust, the Rotary, our foundation, Mendonça Foundation. We all got together, and it was amazing to see how strong-willed. It's all about the strong will, and all about a strong mind, and how he every day used to cycle, on that. And it was. Uh, Actually, if you see, when I first saw the video, I got a bit scared because it was just that much above the ground, you know
Yes, ma'am.
but it's made so beautifully. So it was something interesting which I wanted to share with you and Mohan. Okay, so coming back to Cyclo, what is the future? I know you've yet not completed your app, right? You're about to launch it. So when are you
Yes, ma'am.
planning to when are you
Ma'am,
planning to launch?
so like after 8 or 10 days, I think it'll
Oh,
all be completed.
oh, super, super. That will be great, Mohana, to see another quick launch happening.
Yes, ma'am.
That's wonderful. Super, super, Ashwin, and super Mohana. That's great. So, what is the future? What do you see the future of a Cyclo to be?
Ma'am, so I thought that I could, in the future, I would base that I could create cycles for my app and everything. So I could
Right.
create cycles, I could create equipment for cyclists because
Oh,
so that it'll be really easy. It'll be like an online store where it's in the app itself, and
right.
there is bottles, there's caps and everything, so they can buy it from there only.
Yeah. So it's like everything what a cyclist would
Just needs.
require.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
that is what you're going to provide for them. So I think the future seems to be very bright.
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing. We have got a guest with us, Soham Joshi, who says it's amazing. Is this Soham your friend, Ashwin?
Ma'am, he's my cousin.
Okay, okay. Hello, Soham. Thank you so much for joining us on Tete a Tete. That's great. And Soham says, is the app, yeah, that's the question he's asking. Is the app live right now? Will it be coming in the future? As you must have just
Uh,
heard. Yes, Ashwin, please take it.
it's gonna launch in about 10 days, so it'll be ready by that time.
Okay, that's great. Super. So, Mohana, what about Ashwin participating, and you giving him a platform? As I know, Kidspreneur always gives their students a platform like KidX Asia or something, you know. So, any plans like that for Ashwin?
Yes, ma'am. This year, December, we are expecting KidX Asia to take place for 2020. So definitely, Ashwin will be pitching at KidX, as well as today. All of our kidspreneurs are attending the investment and funding session with Founders Institute US. So they'll be learning more, and we are all excited about the session as well. So
Yes,
they'll be
ma'am.
Super,
learning, preparing themselves for the pitch. So I think this
right.
year is going to be fantastic for all of them, and I'm looking forward to like join in their success and
Yeah.
enjoy seeing them.
It's so nice of you to say that, because today when you hear, you go around, everybody is saying how I wish the year 2020 never existed. A lot of
Yes,
people say in my diary or in my book 2020 does not exist. And here I have this wonderful Ashwin and Mohana telling us that this year is going to be great. So that positivity, I think, is so required, is so important, and it's great to see that Kidspreneur is doing such wonderful work. And Ashwin, you have really made the most of your time, which I think is very very important, because of the simple reason, there are a whole lot of students who will be watching this today. There are a whole lot of children of your age who will be watching. It will be an inspiration to them that even we can do something which, with our time, instead of just whiling it away and just complaining and saying that, oh my god, this pandemic has,
true.
got the worst out of us. You're going to get the best out of you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's something which is really really great. So Ashwin, tell us now a little bit about your family.
Ma'am,
You
so I have a sister.
you
Her
have
name is yes,
okay,
ma'am. My elder sister. Her name is
okay,
Shavni Walankikar.
okay.
She's 18 years old and is currently studying criminal psychology.
Wow. Okay. So,
Um,
since you have a sister, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had to ask you this because this is about siblings. Y'all must be really arguing a lot, because she being the older sister, you being the younger brother. Sometimes you must be annoying her, and sometimes she must be irritating you. Does that happen, or y'all are best of friends?
we are best of friends. I really love her.
Wow,
We love each other. We have a really good relationship.
oh,
Oh, that's
great!
so nice to hear.
She
Great.
also encourages me on whatever I do. She tells me that I should do this, I should do that, and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got the motivation from her only.
Then
Oh,
this
that's
is the highlight for the session.
absolutely. Sibling love, so sweet. It's so nice to know that. So, Ashwin, when you got this idea of Cyclo, did you tell her that, her name is Shravani, right?
Shavni,
That's what,
yeah, yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Did you tell her that, Shravani, I've got an idea. What do you think about it? And
Yeah, ma'am.
what did she
Oh,
say
Ma'am,
when,
great!
she's like, wow, you should continue doing this. You should keep
Wow.
more up. You should do everything and everything like that.
uh,
She
okay, that's
encourages. She encouraged me so much that like I wanted to do it. So
lovely. Super, super. I think this is something really, really amazing to hear from you, Ashwin, that you get along so well with your sibling, and I love the way you said that we're best of friends. So that's
yes, ma'am.
something. And what about your parents, Ashwin?
Ma'am, my mom is an artist and my dad is the senior executive of Nokia. So
Oh,
he's the head of sales for Asia Pacific.
oh,
Wow.
super. And your mom is an artist, as in she paints
Yes,
and
ma'am.
things.
She has done a
Oh,
lot of galleries and everything.
okay,
So
exhibitions done of
yes,
her
ma'am.
own.
Exhibitions, galleries. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So now coming back to Cyclo, Is Cyclo present on any social media handle, Ashwin, as yet, or you're going to once you launch it, then you will
Ma'am, once
be?
I launch it, I will do it. I'll do everything.
Oh,
So
okay,
about
okay.
it.
So, in the near future, in the next 8-10 days, we are going to hear a lot of noise on social media from CYCLO.
Yes, ma'am.
CYCLO is going to be launched. I think I'm more excited about it because Ashwin is here on my talk show, which makes me really elated. And I have also Mohana here with me, so which makes it double the excitement.
Excitement.
Yeah, that's great. So, uh, tell me, Ashwin, you have lived for about 9 years. You were mentioning in Singapore, and now suddenly you have to go back and study in Pune, right?
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
so, of course, life. There's going to be an entire change of lifestyle. Because Singapore is different, Pune is different. So, has it affected you? Are you excited? You're looking forward to it? And in your 9 years that you were away, did you visit India often?
Ma'am, so I have mixed feelings right now. I don't know whether I should feel excited or anxious, but it had to happen anyway. So I visit India once a year anyway.
No.
So I made friends over there as I joined table tennis classes. So I already started communicating with my Indus friends.
Oh,
So I'm
lovely.
really happy. But I'm
Right.
also sad that I'll leave all my friends behind, like Rishikesh and everybody,
Yes.
my whole group.
Yes, I'm sure you would be because these years that I mean the friendship that you would have built, especially over the period of 9 years, I'm sure they must be very very special for you,
Yes,
Ashwin.
ma'am. Really
That's it.
special.
But now today, with technology, it's so easy to communicate. I mean, the world has come to your door, literally. It's
Yes, ma'am.
it communicate with anyone and everyone. Now today, you are in Singapore, Mohana is in Chennai, and I'm in Mumbai. But we are all sitting on the same talk show and having a conversation. It's as simple as that. So I'm sure you would keep in touch with all of them, and they
Yes,
will
ma'am.
keep.
Of course. Of course, ma'am.
That's great. So, Mona, tell me what when Ashwin joined Kidspreneur, and the first time he ever sounded out, and spoke to you about his idea, that he wants to do something like this. What was your reaction? And
Okay,
has
so
anybody, and one more question to that,
yes.
has anybody else done a similar kind of app like this, or Ashwin is the first one?
Okay, so this is very interesting because these days where we interviewed all of kidspreneurs were kidspreneur MBA students, right? So Ashwin is
Right.
from virtual tech MBA, so a tech program. So these program only kids who are interested in tech will join. It's like who wants
Right.
to launch tech based startups.
Right.
So when we start itself, because usually in kidspreneur MBA we find out their hobbies, passion, and all, and then we start the track. But here it is already prefixed that they're going to launch an app or a
Right.
web-based startup. So that is, and where we move them, we ask them to identify the communities and identify the problem in their community or a gap which is not filled in their community, which can be addressed through an app. So that will be
Right.
the first set we give. But Ashwin was the one, I think, the initial, I think, first 2 days itself, he came up with the idea that he is going to, no, he was finalized that he is going to do for the cyclist community because others were just juggling around the idea. They were
Right.
like, no, a few got same idea. We had
Wow.
different kids, like they'll be coming up in the show. So
Right.
we had that. But when it comes to Ashwin, he was very consistent, and
Right.
every step he did is research, and then like he came up with even the features wise, usually we give inputs. Our mentors will come in the show, come in the sessions to like validate the ideas. But
Right.
I felt the way Ashwin has put his proposal forward for his ideation and MVP, it was all perfect. We didn't do much of the correction, right, Ashwin, while we were
Yes,
discussing.
ma'am. Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
We didn't actually go back in any of the steps. It was all set, and I was like 100% agree with
Wow.
all the features, or
Wow.
the, because he was the one belongs to that community. He understands. I think he has so much love for the cyclist community. That's where he was on the flow, that he could get every step, and he can able to find out where these gaps are and how he can fill it, what the
Right.
community feels, what every person requires in order to,
Hmm.
like, be it communication, health, the passion, everything. So it was all
Right.
exciting. I would say it was very, no, it's been a great pleasure for me to work with Ashin in this,
Ma'am, me too.
duration.
Me too, ma'am.
How sweet. So, Ashwin, this makes me ask you really, I'm curious. I mean, I know today's kids, all children, are very, very tech savvy and all. But before Kidspreneur, had you done any formal training
No,
in
no,
app?
never,
Oh,
never.
okay, okay, okay. So it's just your interest,
Yes, ma'am.
which okay, okay, okay. That's great. So we've got somebody from the Crooked Corp who's saying, "Hi, Ashwin."
Yeah.
So Ashwin, you've got a whole lot of your friends and cousins who
Yes,
are
all
online.
friends.
Yes, ma'am.
And yes, we've got another comment. It would be great to meet new cyclists near my area. Yes, sure. So let's tell you this, that this is going to happen very soon. In the next 8 to 10 days, Ashwin is going to launch his app, and we are all going to definitely get to know more about it. And the entire cycling community, all you enthusiasts, the cycling enthusiasts, can get to know each other. Oh, we've got a whole lot of people. We've got Parth Sachdeva saying, "What's up, bro?" And we've got Aditya Sharma
Ma'am,
saying,
they're all my
"Hi,
friends, ma'am.
Ashwin." Sweet. And Aditya Sharma saying this is from Adi and Rishikesh. All right, Ashwin, you've got a whole lot of friends online. That's
Yes, ma'am.
nice. They're all rooting for you and they're all supporting you. So I think that's wonderful.
It's a
Okay,
great pleasure,
so
ma'am.
yeah, it's great to know. I mean, we got such a wonderful insight from Ashwin, all that you're doing about the CYCLO app, which is, I think, really, really amazing. And Mohana, of course, is here, who's guiding you and who's supporting you through your Kidspreneur program. And now I'd really like to ask you this. I know Mohana's here and everything, whatever, but uh, studying in Singapore, whilst you're studying. So, was there a lot of pressure when you were studying, academic oriented? You had to score this grade, or is
Ma'am,
it?
no,
Is it
ma'am.
like
No,
okay?
ma'am. Like my
It's
friends
very
always
chill.
supported me, and my mom is like, "You just try your best. It doesn't matter what happens, but just try your
Yeah.
best." So I had a lot of friends over there. Then I'll miss them a lot.
Okay, okay, okay. Because I know I, at a time when the lockdown took place, you made the most of the time and you joined Kidspreneur. But schools were also online. So that's why I was asking you, to the balance between the academics and your extra work. As it is school, you have a lot of extracurricular activities too. It's not that it's only your academics. There's so many more. So it's great. So you seem to be very, very cool about it, Ashwin.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we've got Parth Sachdeva saying you're doing amazing. We've got Aditya Bhatt. Oh, hello, Aditya. So nice to see you. You're doing tremendous work. So thank you so much. Well, whole lot of people are here. It's really nice to see that there are so many people who are so supportive of you and of
Yes,
all
ma'am.
the wonderful work you're doing, and especially the app that you're going to launch very soon. I think whole lot of us, Mohana, are excited and are
Yes, ma'am.
eagerly waiting. And in
No,
fact, yes, yes, please share, Mohana, if
no,
you have
I
to say.
I have something to add, because when I used
Yeah.
to live in Singapore, me and Kalas used to go every weekend for cycling. But
Okay.
after coming back to India, we actually miss it. After working, while working in this idea,
Right.
I keep thinking about, it used to be like every Saturday and Sunday we go for cycling, and after coming
Right.
here we completely lost that. Maybe being
Right.
Ashwin coming back to India and launching this app, I think we might have
Sure.
something exciting
Yes,
Yes,
I
and
think
ma'am.
it's going to motivate a whole lot of people. We've got
true.
Rishikant Bade saying hello. I will use your app quite frequently. Oh, great, great, super. I feel it is going to be a big plus, and it's really going to help. The cycling community, and it's going to motivate more people to cycle. But as you were saying, Moana, that when you were in Singapore, you all used to cycle. So abroad, a lot of countries I've seen, they have actually, they have a separate cycling track on the road,
Yes,
like for the
safety.
cars. Yeah, it's safety, so it's very safe, and anyone and everyone can cycle then, so it makes a huge difference, so I think that's brilliant, that's superb.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
really awaiting all the best to you, Ashwin, for
Thank you.
your CYCLO app. We are waiting, and Mohana is going to make an amazing announcement on next Tuesday about the new program that they are starting, and they have got an amazing, fantastic collaboration, which we are going to talk about it on Sunday, right, Mohana? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to announce that. And Ashwin, we really wish you all the best. God bless you, and looking forward to the CYCLO app. And before we close for the day, I have to tell you this, and I'm going to share it with you, but you're not going to laugh. I don't know how to cycle, though. I'm going to
Ma'am,
learn.
it's fine. Anyone can learn. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, but I'm going to learn. Now you
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
motivate. I'm definitely going to learn, but I hope I can keep my balance.
Ma'am, you just need hope. That's it. You just need hope and everything will go your way.
Okay, so thank you very much to all our viewers who have been with us and who've been watching this show live with us. Thank you so much. It's really, truly appreciate. And as I always say before I end every of my episode, be safe, be positive, and yes, to all you people out there, if anything that is bothering you, please kindly go and communicate, talk it out with someone. Don't keep it bottled up within you. It's not worth it. It's not good for your health. So please, I would request you to go and talk to either a good friend, a family member who you trust, your inner circle, anyone. Just go and talk it out to them, because sometimes your problem could be their problem, and you would be helping out a person, right? So on that note, bye bye Ashwin, bye bye
Bye,
Mohana,
ma'am.
bye everybody, and
Bye.
God bless everybody. Bye bye. See you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Thank you.